This is feeling very right now. All right, what are you dealing with right now? It's almost 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve. What are you dealing with right now? I'm hearing like we're moving differently. There's something happening right now that you're dealing with. Let's bring it to alignment. This is weighing heavy on you. You're not being deceived anymore. Ooh, you're not deceiving yourself. What is going on this New Year's Eve that you're dealing with right now in the moment? 5 of Pentacles in reversed. Judgment at the bottom. I feel like we're looking at things differently. I feel like this starts off with you not reaching out first. Or you not reaching out, period, is what I want to say. I feel like it's what, like, this to me, like, I feel like there's somebody out there like that's expecting to hear from you tonight. They're expecting to hear from you, and it's not because like you want to, or like they necessarily want to, or like there's some big plans made. I feel like that's just because that's how it's always been. Does that make sense? I feel like that's just how it's always been. But like, if something happens tonight, I feel like you saw their name, or you saw them online on social media earlier today, and like instead of you being pulled, like you're waking up to the occasion. Instead of you being pulled like you normally have been, you felt neutral about it. Or you felt neutral. You didn't like go. You didn't feel obligated to like do this thing that you normally do with this person or these people. I don't know what's going on. But like you felt neutral, and it's not like you felt cold or you felt, you want to be purposely distant. But this feels like you're just like unfazed by this person. You're not fazed by them anymore. They don't have their grip on you, because this card in reverse shows up when like obligation is starting to lose its grip on you. So there's something that you feel obligated to that you just like, you're like, I don't have to do this today just because it's today, right? That's what you're dealing with right now. Knight of Swords in reverse, double reversals, and you're not going to go here. You're not going to rush into this thing or immediately just explain yourself to this person or to this group of people. All right, you're not just going to jump in there or like preemptively just like justify like why you're busy, right? Or like soften it with like emojis or like filler responses and text messages. No, you just didn't do that, babe. Instead, I feel like you paused and like you realize you don't have to like give immediately to something just because the calendar says it's New Year's Eve. Does that make sense? Like you don't have to, and like that is about you creating new behaviors and patterns. And that's what matters to you right now. And that's what's most important. You don't have to fall into old obligations or old ways just because you feel you need to, right? It could be romantic. It could be a friend. It could be just something you did every year, but now you don't have to. 4 of Wands in reverse. Okay, this is what people don't expect. 4 of Wands in reverse. This isn't about you like blocking or rejecting connections. This is not about that. This is just simply about you not defaulting and accepting the same roles that you've been previously in, like the same roles you've been in for the last year, right? You not going back and defaulting to the same roles and the same thing that you just don't want to do anymore. This is not about you blocking your rejection or connection. This is just not about you doing the same thing that you don't want to do. So I feel like you're starting to notice that like people or traditions or expectations or whatever, they only feel meaningful. They just feel meaningful just because they're familiar, not because they're truly aligned to who you are, who you want to be, or what you want to do right now, right? So I feel like tonight you're setting up, it's early in the night, so almost 9 p.m. You're making it tonight look different than it normally does each year, and you're not apologizing for it. All right? You're not being a bitch, and you're not ignoring anybody. You're finally listening to yourself first. And that's a big deal. And if the fact that it didn't feel dramatic is proof that it's a real thing. It's something that you need to do. You need to pull back from the group that you're in and be okay with you not having to be obligated to do whatever you don't want to do. Right? Rise up to the occasion and do what you want to do. Listen to your gut. Listen to yourself. And don't reach out if you don't want to.